Fujifilm X100VI. Is it worth the hype? Let's talk about this after long-term using this camera. Hi there, Tudor Matescu here. I am a long-term user of Fujifilm X100 cameras. My first Fujifilm X100 camera was Fujifilm X100 Fine Pix that I bought 10 years ago, I think. And I've always loved the series. And from my point of view, Fujifilm X100VI, it is the best Fujifilm camera that is out there on the market. And I would even say that this camera, it is one of the best mirrorless camera that is on the market. So why I'm saying this? First of all, the images that this camera is producing are outstanding. The build quality of this camera, it is outstanding. This is a reliable, tough camera, metal build with a very good lens, not an outstanding lens like Leica Q3, but just look at the size. Look at the size and how compact it is. That Leica Q3 from my point of view, it doesn't have any sense because you can buy any Sony a7CR camera, put a great lens on Sony a7CR and you'll have Leica Q3. Yes, it will not look like Leica and you will not have the same lens, but in the end, it will be the same. This isn't the case with this X100VI camera. This is a unique camera. The colors that this camera is producing, the JPEG recipes, the film simulations from Fujifilm are very, very unique. So you get unique output from this camera that you can't get with another camera, and you'll get it instantly. Another great factor why this camera it is so good is that you get great output, great JPEGs instantly and in an ultra portable and fashionable looking camera. So what more could you want? So it's not just looking great, but also the output from this camera, it's really, really great. And we have some options on this camera that first I didn't consider them, but adding the extra accessories that I will address immediately, you'll make this camera a better camera. More than that, a very reliable system. This X100VI is one of the great camera and system that it's out there. Nothing beats it from my point of view. Now, regarding handling, you have on this camera lots of features. You have a tilt screen, you have an optical viewfinder like on a Leica M camera, you have an electronical viewfinder, and also you have a little patch rangefinder, little window that it's appearing in the optical viewfinder. Also, you have an aperture ring, so you can set the aperture very fast and easy using the ring. Next, the camera, it's not too small, so it stays very well in hand, so you'll not worry that you can drop it or you will touch by mistake buttons like this can happen on Ricoh GR4 and GR3. And you have lots of dials and wheels, so you can customize the camera however you want, or you can use it as a tactile camera if you want this. So basically, handling, it's 10 out of 10. You really don't get this amazing handling in this portable package with other cameras from my point of view, and have in mind that you still have a lens. So you don't buy just a body and then you need to add a lens. No, you have a pancake lens that it's shining on this sensor. Yes, it could have been better. It could have been better, of course, but it's shining in the end. In the end, the 40 megapixel sensor, it's bringing the best from this lens. So I wasn't liking too much this lens on my X100V. It was okay. I'm not saying it wasn't okay, but I like it more on this 40 megapixel sensor. And this is happening because of the sensor that is bringing more resolution and the images are looking better. They are looking better. Also in the raw files. So if I want in raw files to obtain better image quality, a more glossy look or a more sharp look or a more bitey look, I feel that I get this with X100VI, and I feel that I have an advantage compared to X100V. The advantage is not ultra big, but I would say it's above 10% and probably around 15-20% because this sensor, it's making from this lens a very usable lens in the 50mm crop. I didn't felt that with X100V. So the combo between this lens and the sensor, the 40 megapixel sensor, it's really making this camera a better camera camera than X100V, a comparable camera I would say with full frame cameras, and even better I would say, because again you have the Fujifilm colors, you have the Fujifilm organic look, you have the recipes, and you can take this camera using recipes and JPEG wherever you want. So you can make JPEGs that are looking like film, or you can make JPEGs that are looking glossy and nice, keeping the color and having great black and white tones. So what more could you want in such a small portable package that it will be very comfortable to travel with? So basically, talking about traveling photography, you'll have here a 35, a 40 plus a 50mm in one lens, and also you can go in the 70mm field of view for social media and so on. Again, not ideally, but it's still working for portraits. I've used it and I was amazed how well it's keeping the clarity and the depth of field in the 70mm crop mode. Anyway, not ideal, but it's there in the end. So, regarding image quality, output, portability, all it's great. But what makes this camera even better? I would say the accessories will make this camera even better. You can add a polarizer and a mist filter plus a square lens hood from Freewell. And boom, look here, square hood, polarizer and mist filter all in one, plus the ND filter, plus the IBIS. So you can do long exposure by hand, easy peasy at f2, flash and all kinds of photography tricks, and you'll be able to obtain very nice images. So a very versatile pack, all in one, ready to be ready to take with you any day and everywhere. Where you can find this? X-T5, it will not offer you this. X-T50, it will not offer you this. All other cameras that are on the market, they will not offer you this. Probably the only camera that is as portable as this X100VI, and it's very good, it is Sony RX1R3 that it's costing 5K. This doesn't cost as much and you have great color and IBIS. RX1R3 doesn't have IBIS. So what more could you want? Well, probably more focal lenses. Well, the good news is that we have the adapters. I didn't thought about the adapters. We have the Fujifilm WCL adapter, so wide adapter, that it will make from this camera a 28mm camera. I don't have here the WCL adapter. I have here an adapter that it's not yet launched, but I've used it on my X100VI and it's making from X100VI a 28mm camera, like the Fujifilm WCL adapter. Well, this adapter is really great that I have here, but what I was able to find out is that using a 28mm adapter, I am blown away regarding the images that I can get with the X100VI in the 28mm field of view. So in the 28mm field of view with a WCL adapter, you'll get amazing 28mm images. So this is huge deal here. This is an amazing versatility. So practically your X100VI, it will become a 28mm camera. This is great for street photography. This is great for everyday photography. This is great for portraiture. And more than that, you can use the zoom in option. So this zoom from X100VI, and from 28mm field of view, you'll go in the 41mm field of view. So 28 plus 40mm. This is crazy on a 40 megapixel APS-C sensor. So basically you have here a Leica Q3 plus a Leica QC43. In a way, I'm not saying, but for sure you have here Ricoh GR3 plus Ricoh GR3X in one package. Again, in one package with the push of a button. Again, you can use this in the 35 plus pose finder mode and it will crop in the 43mm field of view. And more than that, everything is ultra portable and hassle free. This is very important. So adding this adapter, just screw on the adapter and you are done. You have a 28mm camera and in hand, and how it's looking, it's amazing good. This camera is really giving me the mojo to pick it up and to shoot it. I'm really liking this a little longer form but thin, and I really love the 28mm field of view. So basically I just take this adapter, plus X100VI and I'm fully packed. I can also add this that it's ultra light and I am done. I really don't need another lens to do 90% of my photography and of my documentary photography, of my family photography and of my travel photography. So ultra versatile. Portraits, documentary, fashion photography, flash photography. Remember that you have here a flash and a leaf shutter. And this means that with the ND filter you can shoot by daylight, killing the sunlight. And this means unlocking the power of different portraiture. But more than that, let's say you want better portraits with a nice depth of field and a nice separation of your subject to the background. Well, look here, we have the TCL adapter. This isn't an adapter that is yet launched on the market, but you have the Fujifilm TCL adapter. But if this adapter it will be launched, I will write the details in the description and in the comments. This TCL adapter, it's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit heavier, but you have it. The idea is that you have it, and this means you can make from your X100VI camera a 50mm camera, and with the leaf shutter and the flash you'll get amazing portraiture. Look here how it's looking. The black version, I'm really loving it a lot. Previously I had the TCL adapter, the silver one, and it was too big for my liking on my X100F. And yes, this is a little big for your X100VI camera, but you have this option. The idea is that you have this option, and in the end, having these two adapters plus a mist and polarizer filter plus a flash if you want an external flash, and with this you want an external flash because the flash will hit the element, then you'll have a portable kit, but a portable kit. This is my idea. The kit is portable and you will unlock the power of your photography. So basically with just one small camera bag, you'll have a package, a professional package that will blow away regarding images and images straight from the camera. Adding the fact that this camera, it is weather sealed, dust sealed, and from my point of view, rainproof. Don't take my word on it, don't abuse your camera, but I've used this camera in rainy days, I've used this camera in wet snow, especially the X100V, but also this camera, and I didn't have any problems. But don't abuse your camera, you never know when it will fail. But other than that, from my point of view, X100VI, it is the best camera that is out there at this present time, and it doesn't cost as a Leica QC40C, as a Leica QC, or as a Sony RX1R3 or R2. It doesn't matter, and the images that you'll get with this camera, lens plus adapters plus filters plus a flash, are really mind-blowing. It's just up to you. You'll have an ultra professional package, more portable than cameras that are more expensive and durable. Again, this isn't a sensible camera. You will not worry if you'll hit it or if you'll touch it. It's not a sensible camera. Yes, I agree, maybe the paint is not one of the best paint. I just touch it lightly on my microphone and it chipped. But other than that, it's not a plastic camera, and the materials, the metal materials of the top plate and of the bottom plate are pretty thick. So this camera is not as fragile as Ricoh GR3. So when I'm saying this, I'm really thinking at Ricoh GR3 because that camera for me seemed very fragile. So I was always stressed to protect it, to cover it, to take care of it. This I don't have a problem. I really don't have a problem. I've used it on the seaside. I'd use it on trains, on travel, in all kinds of situations, for family, with my kids. So anyway, I didn't babysit this camera, and I don't feel the need to babysit this camera. This it's adding to the peace of mind. This is very important. So this guy is giving you peace of mind that it's a durable power horse camera, and it delivers more than that. It delivers great images. So look at this nice package. I have here a Viltrox flash that is not yet launched. If it will be launched when I'm publishing this video, you'll have links in the comments and description. I have here the TCL adapter, and this is a great flash dedicated for Fujifilm that it's recycling ultra fast. So basically you have an ultra portable and professional camera to get professional portraits, paid jobs you can do with this, and you'll get amazing shots, really amazing shots. So what more could you want? And this package, it's very portable, easy to take with you, and reliable. You can make it as big as this and it's not yet big, or you can keep it slim. It still enters in a winter jacket pocket, this camera, just with the pancake 35mm lens. And I will also add just one more thing. If you want to make portraits, this is a great tool. So the 35mm lens, it's shining for portraits just in the 35mm lens, the 20mm focal lens. The TCL adapter, it will make it shine even more if you want this kind of honest portraiture with better subject to background separation, or if you want 28mm portraits, you can still do it. I'm really loving the portraits that I got with this camera, plus the WCL adapter, the wide adapter, the 28mm adapter. By the way, if you want to make better photos, you must know that it's not about the gear, it's about composition, it's about light, it's about seeing with your eyes and pre-visualizing the picture. So for this, I've recently launched a course with my techniques to get better pictures. So if you want to learn to make better pictures and especially composition, why not join my Photography Academy? To get access to my course, you must be subscribed to my channel and join my membership Photography Academy level. When you'll have that level, you'll have access to my street photography composition course, where I show you how I am making the pictures and where I teach you how to make the same picture. So I'm telling you why a picture is good and why it's working and why I've decided to keep it in color or to keep it in black. So you learn lots of tips and techniques if you are joining the membership program. And more than that, joining my membership, it means that any premium course that I will launch, you'll have access to it. So join now my TM Photography Academy by subscribing to my channel and hit the join button from YouTube. So ultra versatile for portraits in all these focal lenses. And adding a TCL adapter, this means you can go in 70mm field of view and you'll have better quality than going from the 35 to the 70mm field of view. And also it goes in the 100mm field of view, keeping that resolution because of this great sensor. So yes, from my point of view, X100VI is not hyped as much as it should be. It's one of the best camera that Fujifilm is making, and it's one of the best camera that it's on the market. From my point of view, there is no other camera better than X100VI. At this present time, there is no camera better for everyday photography, for travel photography, for portraitures in this field of view than this camera. Of course, if you wish better image quality, full frame like images, then you must go to cameras that aren't so portable. But other than that, portability plus image quality plus durability plus versatility, all it is met here, plus colors and JPEGs. Very important. Colors and JPEGs, you don't get them with any other camera. No other manufacturer it's touching the power of Fujifilm JPEG. No one. And also the colors. It is very easy to edit the colors. It is very easy to take the raw files wherever you want. So I'm totally loving this camera and I'm totally recommend this camera. If you can find it in stock, get it. It's one of the best camera that you can't regret it. Just if you'll need pick and look at other influencers and you'll not realize what you have in your hand, it's possible to make you say, well, it's not full frame. This isn't the case now with X100VI. This isn't X100V. The 40 megapixel sensor, I've always said from Fujifilm, it is pretty close to a full frame. And more than that, why is not looking like full frame? The Fujifilm X-Trans sensor, because it's an X-Trans sensor. It's not a Bayer sensor. The Bayer sensor from Sony APS-C lineup, they are looking very close to a full frame. But this has a more organic look. And more organic look, yes, it can mean less sharpness at pixel level and it can mean a noisier look, but you can't get that organic feeling with the other sensors. This is my idea. Some photographers can fake it, but if you pay more attention to their fake editing images, they are still not getting that filmish look as Fujifilm. So with Fujifilm, you get that filmish look. This is one of the best advantages here. And if you want the filmish look, this is the only way to go. You can add grain in post-processing with other cameras and complicate your life with different softwares, but with this you'll get it instantly. And the best advantage I would say is that if you want a clean file, you can still get the clean files here. So I'm totally recommending X100VI, and yes, it totally worth the hype. So if you're liking content like this, please subscribe now to my channel, check my next videos and use my affiliate links if you want to buy something from the gear that I'm using. Give it a like to this video, share my video and leave me your comments. Thank you and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.